Well, Garland back up here. Got the 40-20 and the rake, the old green rake, the one that can make everybody cuss. But anyway, there are different things you can do to help that problem. But anyway, I'm up here in a field that actually is part of a farm that we bought, my brother and I, in 1992, somewhere in that neighborhood. And I'm overlooking this field here. And anyways, this is the steepest ground. This is the steepest ground that we ever owned. And of course, you can almost look across the thing there, all the way down there. There's a telephone pole sticking up down there, through there. And I can't see it in camera. I can't see nothing in camera. And but anyway, it's the steepest ground we ever owned. And when we bought this place, well, actually, as part of it, it was 3 different parcels, and 3 different brothers owned it, and they were old guys, and they never got married. And anyway, one of them did get married, but I think he was late in life when he did. But anyway, these guys all died just about the time. Well, they were all dead when we bought the property. And anyway, we came up here to cut some of this ground off, make hay. And this field here, that, like I said, I'm in the highest part here, the steepest hill here. And like I said, the telephone pole over there, I'm looking over there. It's almost level from where I'm sitting, the top of the telephone pole down the hill there. And so it's pretty good elevation. But anyway, we came up here. I was had the old Vicon and going to cut this stuff off. And I asked my son, Jay Bear, if he could come up here with there were some little trees growing up here. And I asked him if he couldn't bring a chainsaw up here and cut them down. You know, most of them, inch saplings or whatever they were. And anyway, he was cutting them out and down. He said he'd come back to me, Dad. Of course, he probably wasn't 12, 13 years old. I don't remember how old he was. And about that time, Dad, these ain't regular trees. They got big briars in them. So anyway, we come to learn that they were locust trees. Anyway, he cut them down, and there was a patch out here in the middle of this field that I cut around there for a couple of years, and finally I got tired of them. Them daggone things, you could cut them locust trees off. You could cut them off in 1 year, and I declare they'd be 12, 14 feet tall the next year. Anyway, finally, I came up here one day with a 1456 and a chisel plow. I knocked the daggone things down with the front axle and run the chisel plow across them and plowed them out of the ground. And I used to always hear about locusts, when I was little, but there was never any locusts around here that I knew about. But I don't know whether these guys here, whether they planted some up here on this hill, or whether they planted them up here or what. But anyway, they were here. So anyway, I plowed them out down there, and they never come back. But I expect there's a couple around down here. Anyway, I probably should have cut this tree out of here. But you know what? You come up here, and it's a good place in the middle of the day for deer and things to hide underneath that tree. And then there's a nut tree down here on the side of the hill, but when you get down there, it's too daggone steep. It's too steep to really be going up and down the hill anyway. But it wouldn't have been so bad, the steep part. But you got the there's a ditch going through there too, so that messes it up. So anyway, I get this stuff cut up. You can see the daggone the top of the hay here that I raked, probably how yellow it is and how brown it is. But we need rain bad. But anyway, this piece of property is high enough here that certain times of year, when the leaves ain't too thick, you can look on up the road a mile and a half up there, and you can see the traffic light change up there. And you can, when a certain time of year out there on the road, you can look off, you can look over top of Warrenton up there too. And then you can look over top of Warrenton on up to the training center on the other side of it. And then when you're going down the road the other way, you can look all the way down there to Quantico Marine Base and way down there. Anyway, I guess I'm burning up camera space, so I guess I'll get this old 4020. This old 4020, it's going to need an injection pump before long, but coming up the road here, I thought it was going to shut off on me on the road. I should have pulled off the driveway, but I didn't. Usually it'll act funny when you start it up. It's kind of run up and down a little bit, but then she usually smooths out and she does all right for the rest of the day. So anyway, I guess I better rake up. There's 3 little patches up here. I'm about done with this one. Then there's one down the way down the bottom of the hill there, and it's got to be dry when you go down in there. And it's usually the last thing you cut in the summer, because it gets wet and soft down in there. So man, I get this sick cold. I'm sick of it. But anyway, I gotta get rid of it. Cold allergies, whatever you want to call it. So I'll fire up this old 4020 and talk to you later. Old Garland here, sitting down here by the creek. It don't hardly have any water in it. Eating my peanut butter and honey sandwich and a bottle of water. Well, I don't know if you see anything across that field there or not, but you see, this old rake here, normally if you had to have heavy hay, you can't double up windrows, but anyway, I got about 6 windrows together on them windrows. I'd been better off bringing my 3rd rake down here, which has 9 wheels on one side. That would save me a lot of time. But anyway, next time I may have to just do that. Instead of bringing a rake down, it's got 5 wheels on each side. If I could take that 9 wheels on each side, I could go down there and go one way and come back and throw it back in there and probably do just about what I did here. But anyway, I run around a little extra with the rake. The baler won't have to wait this time, and the skies are mighty pretty up here today. And anyway, I guess I need to get this stuff raked up here and get on back down here and go up and bring the baler back out. Go up the road and then come back down the road here. So that's what I better do today. Alrighty, we'll see what happens this evening, so we'll talk about it then.
Morning, y'all. It's still raining. Yesterday it started raining. This morning it's still raining. Man, this is the most awesomest news ever. We were really dying here, but now we got some rain, so that'll hold us on for another 5 minutes. As long as we get another rain shower, you know, sometime this week, but it doesn't look like it. That we might be able to hang on here. We won't have us another dead July summer. But really, we need to get another good rain, just like this one, right behind this one. But ain't nobody complaining about the rain. Catch y'all later.